Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. Stab. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge a knife in again and again. This worries Santa. The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound like a lot like premeditation. I actually don't know what that word means. Okay. Premeditation, doesn't it? So, if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy? Probably. In any case, killing the pizza delivery boy is a no-no. So says Santa. The defense may now cross-examine the witness. Angel deduction. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine. Alright, we already read this. Alright. So I guess we press her on basically everything, because that's basically what the game tells us to do. Or teaches us to do, rather. Hold it. You said that, but you haven't told us how you know. That's what I'm about to tell you, rookie. I believe what she just said was a mere prelude to the story she's about to tell. Try not to interrupt her again, so says Santa. Rookie, I know how to flip ahead. Never interrupt the storyteller. It's like pulling a bun out of the oven, half-baked. Something's half-baked here, right? And it's you! Try not to confuse a defense witness. They're not very quick on their feet. Now, why did you believe the suspect has intentions to murder the victim? Her actions speak for themselves. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. Should a chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to drive... Okay. Miss Starr had turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenging her abilities as a detective really set her off. The short wick burns the fastest. It's a scientific fact. I wonder, wouldn't it depend on the size of the candle? I mean, add more wax and even a really short wick will burn longer. What does she actually write? Obviously, more scientific testing is required. I'm going to do it here, in the trial. Santa doesn't want you to do that in the trial. Santa does not like candles. I have no idea where I'm going with that. Yeah, I'm gonna move on. Lana Skye intended to do murder. Okay, that's why she called the victim. This might be a little suspicious. Why did she call him all the way to the prosecutor's office anyways? You have no proof that Miss Skye called him there. You have no proof that she didn't. This is a very sound argument. Mr. Edgeworth, any thoughts? There's no record of a call made on the defendant, Miss Lana Skye's phone. She might have written him a letter. Come on. You should have tried the public phone first at least. Yeah, there was a public phone there. I wonder if it's gonna be important later. In any case, the victim came to the prosecutor's office, where he was murdered. I'm sure he had a reason to be there. Witness? Why do you think it was the suspect who summoned the victim that day? I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. What kind of grudge? I would like to know. Inquiring audiences would like to know. What kind of grudge? Well, I wouldn't know that. Of course you don't. That's because she didn't have a grudge. Rookie. The music stopped, that's why you know it's important. Here, have a thing. I have a lunchbox here. Now, what's inside? Is the camera? How am I supposed to know? See? We agree that there's a lunchbox here, but we don't know what's inside. I'm pretty sure it's the camera. Because you showed it before. Therefore, your argument is entirely invalid. Take that. A person's life is like a lunchbox with pretzels. A person's life is like a lunchbox with pretzels. You never know what kind of pretzels inside. Don't you agree? I get it. That's why my lunch was so salty. This judge is very good with metaphors. The suspect had a grudge against Detective Goodman. Will you tell us your basis for thinking this? It's simple. Nothing else could drive it. Human machine. So she like repeatedly stabbed the knife into the dude multiple times, and then yet she was claiming earlier that she didn't have time to stop it, where it was like, oh, there's a person driving a knife into someone. I better wait to see if they do it again. And then they keep doing it. And then, yeah, how does that work out? You want to explain yourself, huh, lady? Human machine? That's a contradiction for some reason. I don't know. Humans, they're such frail machines. Yeah, that's right. I played that game. I actually did not play that game. I watched a Let's Play on it. Objection! You need to play that game! Please. Can you find fault with something of substance, Mr. Wright? Note to self. Mr. Edgeworth's sigh smells like a citrus fruit. How is she able to smell it from all the way over there? You're like on the other side of the room? Is she like actually part dog? Say again and again. How many times did you stab him exactly? We often say chop into 1,000 pieces, but we don't actually mean 1,000 pieces. What difference does it make if the deed is done? I mean, it's kind of important because the amount of times she stabbed the dude means that you'll have more time to stop it. How come she's getting mad at me? Let's just say she stabbed him several times and leave it at that. Leave it at that? This is a murder case, people. A murder case. Mr. Wright, you should speak up if you have an objection, you know. The stars turn out to be as short-tempered as... Alright, we already read this. Challenging. Wick burns, candle. Sartre does not like candles. Alright, let's see if we have anything else here. An investigator's ID card. Trophy. Knife. Parking stub. Blue badger. Autopsy report. Actually, let's check this. Date and time of death. Yeah. Loss of death. Or loss of blood, rather. Wound was caused by a sit. Oh, we got her. We got her. You're actually a liar! Either that or a big dum-dum. Maybe it's a little of both. Plunge! Objection! You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Are you testing me? Then I'll test you! With my... What actually is this? Okay, fine, sure. I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Star. What do you mean? Please explain to Santa. I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. Thanks for explaining this, Sephiroth. You're a big help. The autopsy report states that death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound. That's right, I know how to count. I also know how to read sentences. Oh, you're right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm suddenly British. Either that or this is a very good show. What a hunk. I can't say this sentence with a straight face. He's my hero, really. What about my objection? No one noticed. I said it really loudly. It even had the text bubble thing in the red font. Well, witness? This is a very interesting lunchbox you have. I know how to make this fork defy gravity. You see, I was holding it against my chest this entire time sideways, with the fork sticked in, and then so when I presented this, the fork was sticking right side up. Either that or this is very sticky sauce. You've got the crime scene set right. It included a fork. Oh, thanks. I actually really like forks with the little plasticky ends of that thing. And it's actually kind of adorable. Especially if they're like colored. I am very easy to please. I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. Except in black and white photos. But now, I realize that such mistakes are possible. So, you're saying you mistook something for blood? When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. I don't see any blood anywhere. And so I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. Then tell us what you saw. Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify. Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was. She's wearing a red muffler? Like, how do we know that? It's a black and white thing. Before that, I guess we can press her on this, because I kind of want to see what she says. Hold it! What kind of grudge? Well, I wouldn't know what... I actually think we've already done this one. Alright, here's the camera. It has a camera in it. Okay, I guess we press her on this then. Hold it! Her red muffler? Yes, like a scarf. The chief prosecutor always wears one round her neck. Does she? Do we have any... Let's look at the profiles. Oh yeah, she does. So she can be easily hanged at a moment's notice, I suppose. Objection! Actually, it's going to be really hard to hang someone with a muffler, because like the muffler is like way too fluffy, and it'll also probably break. Well, maybe if you like twist it up really, really tight, but even then it might be a little too fluffy. She's right. Actually, we don't even know what kind of muffler this is, because this game doesn't do textures very well. She was wearing a red scarf, wasn't she? We also don't know how long it is. But wait, isn't it odd that you mistook that for splattered blood? Well, people often mistake my beard. People keep thinking that I'm a court judge while I'm actually Santa for a bib. Okay, that is a very interesting sentence. A judge with a bib. That's why this place feels so much like kindergarten. No, I'm pretty sure it's something else. Actually, I do think I saw some traces of blood on her chest. I don't see anything. However, the autopsy report is clear on this matter. There's only one knife wound. Apparently, Miss Starr isn't entirely sure of her own testimony. Mr. Wright, this is our chance. Chance for what, I wonder? Miss Starr has turned out to be as short-tempered as we already read this. Something candles. Santa does not like candles. Let's check this one. Property. Let's call mate to her sister at 8:15. Maybe? Objection! Nope. Nope, this doesn't work. We're dead. We are dead. Bleh. Oh, those words, they hurt my soul. Wait, she was standing here the entire time? Was she just standing there and then not saying anything? I was like, oh. And then we were like, does she wear a red muffler? Let me check my memory. Instead of looking literally over there to the podium where she's standing to see if she's wearing a red muffler. Looked like blood. Alright. So this is the only thing that changed. Let's see if we can refute it with this. Not this specifically, but anything, I don't know. Actually, what is this even? Name and ID number. Yeah, but damn. Miles Edgeworth, 1712. It's the dated the day of the crime. The murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. Actually, where did he go after he parked his car? Did he just go upstairs or something? If only he was held up at a couple extra red lights. He wouldn't have been caught up in this whole affair. Perhaps. It just goes to show you'll never know what'll happen when you run a yellow light. So, yeah, don't run yellow lights, people. Otherwise, you'll be involved in a murder. That's the moral of the story right now. Maybe you can check this thing. No! I accidentally clicked it! Well, we're dead. Guilty. Yeah. Wait, what is she holding behind her back here? Some sort of like phone or a red button. Like maybe a self-destruct button. Actually, she's a robot. She's holding her own self-destruct button. Well, we at least know that it's not this, but I still want to check it. Okay, we can't interact with this. Let's see. Prime photo. Wait, she wasn't wearing a red muffler in this. Yeah. Objection! Miss Starr, I didn't read it fast enough. The witness is clearly not suited for the detective work. And you are not suited for lawyer work either because you are not able to read fast enough. My reading skills is way faster than yours. Ha, take that. Whoa, what? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you've proved it yourself with this photograph. But that can't be! I was able to read it fast enough that time. Yes, I know. I am a very fast reader! Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Yes, any other profession would have figured that out, even though lunch has literally nothing to do with mufflers. Congratulations. Perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Harsh words, but good. Santa is actually biased. He is biased against lunch ladies. In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails. What was my objection, chopped liver? Yes, no one likes chopped liver. But it was there! A scarf! No, not that. It's something red! Really? Was it her button? Well, now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business. What? Very well, witness. Continue your testimony, Santa demands it. You saw the crime and apprehended the subject. Tell us about that. Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony. That she, like, called the dude over there. The most important part? The part where your sister stabs the victim. Yeah, that's also very important. This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. Yay, more reading. Apprehending the suspect. After the murder, the music started picking up, and then it moved up a couple of beats per minute. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I don't know what a partition is, but she ran behind it. I quickly caught her because we were both wearing heels, high heels. It's very hard to run it in high heels. Explained her rights to her and arrested her on the spot. Yes, I have that power. I'm able to do that. Ah, yes. But I arrested her. She mentioned the muffler. By the power invested by the jelly donuts in me, I arrested her. You have the right to remain silent as long as you buy something, that is. You have to buy something, otherwise you have to talk. And then when you order to buy something, you also have to talk. Haha, that's how I get you. That's how I got her. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile. You are quite determined about this scarf, aren't you? I strike like a snake and back like a cobra. I don't know what the difference is in like their predatory behavioral patterns, but this is an apt analogy. That's me, Angel Star. I just called myself a snake. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake. Don't bother me with details, unless you want to get bitten. No thanks. Not the self. Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. My one weakness, poisonous snake bites. My other one weakness, bullets. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Well, we did see an oil drum in there. Actually, didn't we like mention that the oil drum was super heavy and we couldn't move them because they're filled with something? I remember reading that. An oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. Specifically to oil drums. A predator, this one. A leopard weapon. Is this actually how leopard is spelled? Because it, to someone who's not well versed in English, this reads as leopard. Well, I'm not. I'm like very versed in English, but to someone who's like not familiar with it, this reads as leopard. English is weird. Rar. Sartre agrees English is very weird. You may your cross-examination, if you will, of the weird English, yes. Apprehending the suspect. Hey, after the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her how. Actually, yeah, I want. How are you able to arrest him? You're like you got fired or something. You say quickly. No, that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking how you're able to arrest her when you're like a lunch lady. Actually, in this country, America, where this game is located, lunch ladies have the power to arrest people. Yes. Say quickly. Were you close to the suspect, even though you were behind that little wired fence thingy? As I just said, I was only 30 feet. Yeah, but you were behind the thingy. Away from her the whole time. Like, how are you able to, like, you're able to catch up to her wearing your, like, entire getup? Where, actually, what is she wearing? Well, she is wearing high heels, so maybe. Actually, this is looks like kind of a cross between high heels and just flip-flops. Maybe I should press her for more details. Okay, sure, why not? Hold on. Okay, now we press her. I'd like to see this on the floor plans, just to be safe. Yeah, how is she able to get past this fence thingy? Like, is there actually a door? She was a visitor, thus, she was parked in B block. So, you witnessed the murder from here, W, for woman. Oh wait, no, it stands for witness. That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes. Isn't this like 20 feet? Cause like, I don't know, a car is like, I wanna say 6 or 7. Of course it depends on the car, but yeah, this is more like 20 feet. Maybe 24? I don't know. Is that correct, Miss Star? Yes, that's right. When I was typing this piece of dialogue, I added an extra Y. That's how you know I'm stuttering. But there was a chain link fence in front of you. I went over it, of course. Amazing. How tall is this fence? I thought the fence reached to the ceiling. Athlete, indeed! Cause she seems like the type of lady that wears high heels. How does she climb with high heels on? I guess like she tossed them off or something? I don't know. It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence. So she couldn't gotten to my sister that fast. Oh, there's the ladder. I guess it doesn't reach the top? Maybe she climbed on this truck. Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high too. So how did Miss Sky not get away? Maybe she let herself get caught on purpose. What exactly did she mention about the muffler? Actually, let's press her on this first. After the murder. So, where is this partition on the floor plans? I'm sure she means this wall next to the car. That's right. This wall is tiny. How did she hide behind here? Either this wall is tiny, or the perspective in this background is all wrong. I should know. I do animation stuff for a living. Check out my other channel and subscribe! There's a wall there, about 6 feet high. She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. And what did you do then? Quickly caught her. Explain her. I still want to know how you arrested her as a lunch lady. Let's press her on this part. She mentioned the muffler. What exactly did she say? If I remembered exactly, I would have told you in my testimony. Cheeky. Anyways, I thought she was holding something here, but it's actually is she holding on to her earring? I thought this was like a popsicle stick earlier. All I heard her say was the word muffler. I mean, it could be a car muffler. How do we know it's not that? Jelly donut lady? Just that one word? You're like muffler. Or like muffler. It's like maybe when she swears, she says muffler instead because she doesn't want to bring the age rating of this game up any more than it already is. Actually, what is the age rating for this game anyways? So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else? Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Actually, we might have something to prove that or something. I actually don't remember what was specifically said though. On her phone! Her phone? She can't mean... Save scumming is fun. Ask further. By phone, you mean this cell phone discovered at the scene of the crime that I'm conveniently holding on to in my pockets? Yes, ultimately, my memory is like a salmon heading upstream, you see. That explains a lot. No, the court doesn't see, Miss Star. The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on her wall. Like, so you're saying you have like really good memory, but then how did you forget the muffler thing earlier, huh? Huh, lady? Lady, huh? On the wall? They still have those? That's right. Near the car, there's an emergency phone on the wall that's still working for some reason. They haven't discontinued it. Apparently, it was out of order. Yeah, well, that explains that there. But, like, okay. Don't question it. This is a really old game. And so she used her cell phone? Indeed. The emergency phone was out of order on that day. That day, I think it's more than one day. I think it's a pretty gosh darn long time. This is an old game. Good witnessing. Witness? So says Santa. Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? You should, of course, add this to your testimony. So says Santa. Santa also does not like the desk. That's why he hits it with a hammer. The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney. Cell phone. The word muffler was overheard during the call made to Emma at 5:18. I mean, we can just ask her to see if she mentioned muffler. Actually, what did she say exactly? I saw it all! How she tried the phone on the wall but had her use her cell instead. As I save again because I'm very paranoid. I play modded Skyrim, you see.